Good morning, everybody, and welcome to a Friday edition of the Trading Post Football Friday. And Devin Noglin's here with Blake Fullenwider. Good morning.
Good morning, sir. Thank you for
Glad to
having
be
me.
with you, sir. I haven't had a chance to deal with you on this Friday deal, but it's a great time.
Yeah, absolutely.
Great time, and we got all these coach here, and Mr. Boswell's here, Dimitri's here, and we're getting ready to get started. And when we come back, we're going to have Dimitri talking with Coach Harvey here in just a little bit. First of all, we're going to go take a break for Texas Computer Solutions and Mike Sanchez. Stay tuned.
You can call me Coach.
Do what?
You can call me Coach.
Call you Coach? Okay.
Mr. Boswell's my dad. Rehab monster. Ooh.
Doesn't have all the sugar and weird stuff, so I wouldn't say it's healthy, but it's maybe not as bad
There
as
we
the
go.
other
That's
ones.
my rationalization.
And now to talk with Coach Harvey, here's Dimitri Figueroa.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Coach Harvey.
Good morning.
How you doing today?
Good.
Good. We're just talking about football. Lubbock Estacado, we had them last week. Tough game, right?
Yeah.
We've been running into a lot of tough games, right? But they were kind of a powerhouse. They used all their talent
That's
on the
weapons.
offense, up the middle, outside, and they used it all. What'd you see, or what'd you take out of last week's game in that loss, that tough loss against Estacado?
You know what? There were some positives. Defensively, we rallied to the ball really well. They used their size on us. We knew they would. We were at times successful, times less successful, but I thought the kids played hard. No question there. And as long as they're playing hard, we'll always have a chance. Offensively, we were able to move the ball, got in our own way with the penalties a little bit,
Yeah.
got behind the sticks, and had some injuries. So it's going to be a good time for open week after this week. So.
Yeah, you're right. That bye week's coming at a good time. So, you talked about injuries. I think it was 22-22, tied at 22 at halftime. In that last play of the half, we lost Jay Sean, our star running back, and it's tough to continue that momentum going into the third quarter without him, right?
Well, when he got hurt, he had 14 carries for 154 yards, which is exactly 11 yards a carry. He had nearly 50 yards receiving. In fact, he got hurt on a catch trying to get out of bounds. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, that hurt us.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
It kind of set us in. But Hezekiah came in and did a great job in his place. Nobody's going to replace Jay Sean. We know that, but I can't say enough about Hezekiah and the job he did in the second half.
Yeah, you're right. You lose a running back like that, one of the best in the state. It's going to hurt you, right?
Right.
Yeah. So on the flip side, the defense, you said they rallied to the ball. They were really tough, and they held their own for the most part. There at the last of the fourth quarter, Estacado the string wore us down, right?
They did. I mean, we do have some kids that can run with those guys on defense.
Yep.
We have a very fast set of linebackers and stuff like that. That was a problem. It came down to the size, but they did use their athleticism. They coached too. They did a good job. I'll take my hat off to their coaches. We're still pretty excited about how athletic we are on defense, and I think it's going to serve us well down the road.
Yeah. Yeah. So we talked about Jay Sean kind of going down. He's hamstring, I believe.
It is.
Hamstring. He's probably going to sit out a week or so for the bye week.
Hopefully.
What other injuries did we come out of that Estacado game that going forward?
Well, we got banged up. We lost Raider also at corner. Both those guys they're our fastest two guys.
Yeah.
So we lost a lot of team speed, but we expect to get them back after the open week. They're not going to play tonight. Raiders already in the concussion protocol. Jay Sean's not limping. Not everything's bad. I mean, he's going to sit out a couple of weeks and hit the reset, and he's going to come out fresh and feeling a lot better when we play Big Spring. So, I mean, you got to look at the positives on those things. It's not positive going and playing a team of Bushland's caliber without the best running back around these area. But
Yeah.
at the same time, when district starts, which is way more important, he's going to be fresh, and Raiders going to be out there. We're cautiously optimistic. We're going to get Zach Cabrera back. We found out yesterday.
Oh, good.
We'll get Asher Tellez back. A lot of the injuries we've had the last few weeks will rejoin us after the break. So,
Yeah, that's good to hear about Zach and Asher. Yeah, you know, a hamstring. I'm 40 years old, but I got a hamstring about 3 years ago, and it's still lingering. So I don't. You know, he's a little younger than I am, but a hamstring can linger, right?
they're scary.
Yeah,
for
they
sure.
are. Yeah.
And we hope his is minor. McKenzie, who's been out sick himself all week and hadn't had a chance to look at it later this week, but has had he has a regime he's going through to get that thing well too, and he's not complaining. He's saying he's feeling better. He's not saying he could play tonight, which we wouldn't do that with district coming up anyway. We're optimistic.
Okay. Well, yeah, district's where it matters.
Right,
It matters,
right.
So that was last week's game. We're going to take a break, and when we come back, we'll talk about tonight's game. So you're listening to Coach's Comments brought to you by Texas Computer Solutions, and we'll be back in 1 minute.
Very good.
About that, Caden Mendoza. He's coming around too.
So did y'all move Caden back to the offensive side? Because before his injury, he was more on the defense.
He's just too worried about
Was that your resting mod?
getting cut. So for this year, he's
What
gonna be
happened
on
on the
offense.
block,
Had
sir?
started up this morning.
He was only 9 yards deep.
Yeah.
They had a 3. Yeah, he has 9 yards
There we
deep.
go.
But
And we're back.
And we're back here with Coach Harvey. We just spoke about last week's game. Now we got a probably the toughest matchup other than Wichita Falls Memorial against Bushland tonight. It's another 3.5 hour drive, but our last 3.5 hour drive. Right?
It is.
So, yes, I'm excited for that. But what are we looking at with Bushland? I know this team's probably the true spread that you see. They spread that ball sideline to sideline, right?
they do what that's. We have the athleticism, and we'll be missing Raider, cover guy on that stuff. But Brody, he's not on varsity because he doesn't belong there. Brody's going to do fine. Alan Chavis is going to be fine. We're not going to try to use Zach Cabrera this week. He would help, no doubt, but we're up to it. What bothers us the most about them is they try to snap the ball about every 10 seconds. That means when they snap this ball, first down, they're trying to snap it the second down 10 seconds later, and it's hard to prepare for when you run a high pressure defense like we do, and Coach Richter's and those guys work so hard at running that. You have to work real hard, or you can't change the call, and you end up running the same pressure all the time, and they're going to do that to us because we send so much pressure, and that's a big part of our game, and it kind of stabilizes the defensive athleticism and the defensive plan of attack, which everybody knows we're going to send pressure. We expect to see that ball being snapped as quick as they can get it. So that's what they offer.
Yeah. So they're a no huddle team.
They are.
And I guess they
well,
just
not every down, but they do it a lot.
They do it a lot, and then I know their running back. He can run. They have a big 6'3" receiver, from what I understand.
They do.
Yeah,
Very athletic.
He's the athletic kid. So their offense is going to be fast and try to score a lot. Right, is how they do it.
Yep.
On their defensive side, I don't know much about their defense. They have size, speed. I know they have speed across the board, but
They do.
they have a lot of size. Or what are we looking at on their defensive side?
They're really good defensively. They're the number 2 or number 3 ranked team in the state. I mean, they got a shot. They run what, I don't know what they call it out there, but in the coaching world we call it the Salina 10-1. That's what they run. It's the defense Salina ran all those years to get themselves in contention for state championships. It's an attacking style defense. It's not so much different than what we do, but it's not exactly what we do. We've been working on it all week. They have a really good defensive lineman. They got one in particular. It's a sophomore, number 78. If you go up to the game, that's going to be hard to deal with. They're going to be a challenge, but we knew that when they got scheduled.
Yeah, challenges just make you better, right? Yeah. This is a little personal for Dalen, Cole, and Braden. They play baseball with a couple of those kids over there.
Really?
So during the summer, so they know a couple of those kids. Hopefully we show out, right?
Well, I see that dynamic you're talking about. I see that play out sometimes at the end of the game. I'll see Dalen and Cole and those baseball players over there talking to some of their players, and I know it's a baseball connection. I didn't
Yeah.
realize we would have a baseball connection with Bushland. It's
Yeah.
kind of far away.
Yeah, two of those kids. Yep. So,
Yeah.
yeah, that's who they play with over
Good
the
for
summer.
those guys.
So yeah, you're so kind of going over the season as a whole. You know, we talked about district is when it matters, right? But you know, we've been in a little bit of a streak, though, not on the plus side. What kind of message are you sending the boys? You know, to stay focused and you know, what kind of message do you send them to when it matters is district, right? So
Yeah, that's the big message, and that's what it was. We tell them we're not hiding from the fact that this schedule was made on purpose because it's all geared towards getting past the second round, because that seems to be where we go east and face those teams that
yeah,
bring a lot to the table athletic wise. So we tried to go out and schedule very athletic teams that would challenge us, and maybe the thought would be when we got to the second round that wouldn't necessarily be the best team we had played that year.
Yeah.
And that's what it was geared towards. Now, we weren't planning on getting beat up like this. We were hoping to be more successful. But in the end, when we look at who our district teams played compared to who we played, we feel pretty good about it. They have better record than us, but they haven't played the schedule we have,
Yep.
and that's okay.
yeah, that makes sense because when we get to the second round, we'll probably played a better team than the team we're going to be facing with,
Sure.
with Wichita and Bushland.
Hopefully, that's a thought.
That makes sense. Well, good luck tonight.
Yes, sir.
I know you're probably leaving early, so
Yeah, leaving fairly early.
leaving fairly early. So safe travels to you guys and good luck. Let's go get that win.
Thank you, Dimitri.
Thank you. We'll be back with Coach Boswell after we take a break.
That's right.
Coach's comments brought to you by Texas Computer Solutions. Coach Boswell.
Pulled a hammy at 37, huh?
I was told the boys that the time you beat me in a race, I'll give you $100. Dalen was a freshman. No, we took off, 10 steps in, pop. And we're back here at Coach's comments, and now we got Coach Boswell. Coach Boswell, how you doing today?
I'm doing great. My hamstrings are well, and it's all good. What about yours?
My right one still hurts. So, what have you been up to this week? I know you've been pretty active. We had some golf. I know you were on the golf course last week. We always talk about that.
Right. Well, golf was off this week, so
Okay.
haven't followed them. But Monday. Let me back up. Monday we had the district cross country meet that we hosted here in Andrews,
I saw that.
and our high school and middle school teams did a great job. The coaches and all the supporters and volunteers. Everybody loves coming here and competing because we're such a great host. And shout out to the high school coaches, Wade Floyd, and assistant Brian Vogt, and then Darla West. They do a great job. So our varsity girls got second. They're going to regionals. Kiki won it individually, which is good.
Yeah.
And then our varsity boys are district champions overall as a team. And obviously our stud runner got first. And he'll be in the band tonight. So will Kiki. So, they're multi-talented athletes and young students, and they're doing a great job. And then JV boys won it. We had another district champion individually. JV girls got second. And I think we won JV girls individually. Middle school boys won it. They're district champions as a team and just finished different places throughout. And then the middle school girls were second, but we also had an individual champion. So we've got a lot of talent coming in cross country, which is a very tough, mentally tough sport. So
I was about to say, kudos to them.
Oh, yeah.
Running is not something I enjoy.
Very true.
So
You
you gotta enjoy it.
we had to alter the course on Monday because something happened, a little water main break or a little issue, but it all came out well.
I saw that. Did they run through water?
No, they did not.
They didn't.
We
Okay,
tried
I
to
drove
avoid
by and
all
I was
that
like,
stuff.
man, y'all make them run through water.
No, it was good. And then Thursday, our high school volleyball teams went to Fort Stockton. Fort Stockton's been playing really well, very well coached. They beaten Monahans previously, so we went over there and got down a little early, and our girls fought and did a great job and won in a thrilling 5-set
Oh, nice.
match. They won the 5th set 18-16, 3-1 in district. So, they host Monahans tomorrow in a big game. So we'd love for all the community and fans, everybody else to come out tomorrow. Freshman JV go at 11, who also swept Fort Stockton, and then varsity goes about 12. Then last night, let me back up again. Team tennis is doing a great job. They won the bi-district championship, and then yesterday watched them at Seminole defeat Brownfield, who knocked us out of the playoffs last year.
Okay.
In team tennis, we beat them 10-4. So our team tennis squad is area champs. They're going to
Nice.
play more than likely. Still haven't got the final word. More than likely, Shallow Water sometime early next week. So we'll let everybody know about that. Then, of course, last night, middle school volleyball went 4-0 at every level against Pecos at home. I did not get to go watch that because we were pretty busy up here. We had both sub-varsity teams. The 7th grade B team played Tuesday against Greenwood in football. Lost 12-0, but those kids are getting better. And then last night, our freshman JV hosted Bushland. Freshman got a great win.
Yep.
Came back and won it basically at the end. JV played well enough to win, just didn't come out on top. They're still fighting hard. And then we had our 3 middle school teams play Pecos, and my calculator didn't go that high. But they're really playing well at the right time. Both 7th A and 8B both won 44-0, and then the 8th grade A won 54-14. So that the coaches do a great job down there. Everybody's getting ready for the pep rally. Shout out to Redline for feeding our coaches and their families last night. That was pretty special. Appreciate you and your family hosting the football team.
Yeah.
Heard those ribs were good.
I still smell like them.
Well, maybe one of these days we'll get a little taste test.
I'll do that for you guys.
Yeah, right, Pete? Maybe a little taste test. I'll eat ribs for
Definitely.
breakfast.
We ought to take care of that for sure. I was looking at the schedule here, regional quarterfinals for tennis. Where is that going to be?
It just depends. They haven't made the final. Regional. It's probably going to be somewhere between here and Shallow Water. If it is
okay.
Shallow Water, and the winner advances to the regional tournament, which is in Abilene on Thursday and Friday, and then regional cross country will be the 21st, which is a Monday in Lubbock. So we got a lot of stuff coming, and then we have the sprint invitational Saturday with swim, so they're rocking and rolling, and obviously volleyball Saturday, and everybody's traveling. Hopefully everybody's traveling to Bushland tonight, and we're going to face some very, very quality opponents. I coached with their defensive coordinator, so I've been ribbing him a little bit. No, they're really good. It's going to be great for us. I was fortunate to speak to the kids yesterday in front of Ricky Galvan,
Ricky.
and tried to fire him up a little bit. So, and I apologize to Dalen, but hey,
He stood up and did his thing, right?
correct.
Good,
They
good.
all did great. So, we're looking forward to it. Obviously, bye week's going to help us out, like Coach Harvey said, and then the real focus is going to be district, which is the really thing that matters. So, we're definitely going to be tested. So,
Yeah.
it's going to be fun. So, we appreciate all the support, and we hope that people come on out and, support these kids because they're really working hard. They really are. And that's what it's all about. So, we're excited. So, we got a lot of stuff going on, and golf will come back online next week. And guess what? I'll go follow some golf
You're
again.
going to be on the golf course.
Yes, sir.
I think Gerald's on vacation today, right?
He is on vacation.
Gerald's
Yeah,
enjoying
there.
vacation while we're working.
Yeah. So, I'm probably gonna beat you to Bushland, but
Where do I eat?
oh man, if I were you, I'd stop in Canyon.
Canyon? What's in Canyon?
We ate there when we went up to Canyon last time. It's something taco.
Okay.
It's really good. Green chili, queso.
Oh.
Good queso. You got me sold.
Yep. So
All right. Well, thanks, Coach Boswell. Thanks,
right.
Coach Harvey. You are listening to Coach's Comments brought to you by Texas Computer Solutions. We'll see y'all next week.
go Mustangs.
Go Mustangs. We'll take a break.